So I want to talk to you about SOAR today. SOAR is a powerful training program. It stands for Success Other Agents Realize. Guys, success leaves clues, does it not? And in our interviews and studies of the icons in this industry, see, I do this thing called the Icon of the Month webinar series, where I interview people like Mark Spain, who this year is going to close over 3,000 transactions. Guys, he didn't just start there. You follow me? So I asked them to rewind the tape. What did you do first? What did you do second? And based on that feedback, we're able to create a curriculum in the SOAR program that is second to none. Now, with that said, we believe so firmly, so strongly in this curriculum, in this program, and the results you're going to get from the SOAR program, we've offered a 100% money back guarantee. Meaning you engage in the program, you do the work, and if you don't feel the results match the effort, turn in your course material and we will issue a full refund free of charge. So let's talk about the structure. It's 4 full days of live instruction. Now the first session, well, it's completely free. So how many of you have ever bought a car? I'd say most of us, right? So did you buy it sight unseen? Well, of course not. You went to the dealership, you kicked the tires, you took it out for a test drive, right? And then you engaged in the buying process. Well, we want to offer that same luxury to each and every one of you where you can come out and test drive the program, attend that full first day free of charge. It's a $225 value that we want to give to you because we believe the SOAR program is that important to your success. So next, we have a 1-week break between that free first session and session 2. Based on the number of people who engage in the SOAR program, it gives us time to ship all the wonderful materials that you're going to gain throughout the SOAR program. So I know what you're thinking, what makes SOAR different? Well, SOAR is not a seminar. In fact, it's a seminot. See, we've all attended those great seminars, haven't we? And you hear the same information being regurgitated since 2001. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll write down maybe 2 or 3 things that you want to implement and deploy in your business. Then you go back to your office with all this energy behind it, with all this clarity, and then life happens. And all that wonderful information, those ideas that you choose to implement and deploy in your organization end up stuck in a drawer. And you leave with you end up with the smartest drawer in the world. So the difference between extraordinary success and average or below average results, gang, the speed of implementation. And because SOAR is spread out over a month-long period with assignments in between sessions, it becomes very sticky. The information you learn, you'll not only implement, you'll deploy and improve your productivity and profit. Now, part of the reason that people don't implement is due to the lack of accountability. Now, SOAR is your answer to accountability. Accountability, well, it's the breakfast of champions when we're open to accountability. When we're open to coaching, training, and conditioning, then I believe we're open to extraordinary success. So there's icon maxims. In fact, we've got a list of 36 of them, one of which is resistance is required to SOAR. So yes, you're going to hear some concepts. You may want to resist it. However, we're going to share the appropriate mindset with you. You're going to adopt that mindset to implement and deploy these ideas within your organization. Part of the ways we hold you accountable is through what we call a stall out program. And just like in baseball, 3 strikes, you're out. In SOAR, 3 stall outs, you're asked to leave the class with no refund or no reimbursement. So this includes completing those weekly assignments and showing up to the class with the completed assignment in hand. So let me share some examples with you real quick. A completed business plan, your ETA. Now the ETA is our proprietary methodology around planning your business to provide you, as well as any team members that you may or may not have, with absolute clarity, right? The ETA stands for expectation, targets, and actions. You'll build and follow a time block schedule. You know Pareto's principle, the 80-20 rule. 20% of the activities that you do in this business will yield a minimum of 80% of your results. And guys, the easy part is in real estate, it's quite simple. There's just 5 things. It's lead generate, lead follow-up, go on appointments, negotiate contracts, and practice your skills. And what I found is that the individuals who give an inordinate amount of time to the 20%, well, they achieve extraordinary success. So we're going to help you. We're going to help you build your time block schedule. You'll also be writing NLP sentences. I'm going to go deeper on this here in just a second. Yet NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So you're going to be writing sentences week after week to begin internalizing a more powerful way to command the influence with your buyer and seller prospects. You'll also be memorizing scripts and objection handlers. Now, guys, we've split tested this to the moon and back, and we are sharing with you the proven best practices, those scripts, those dialogues, those objection handlers that get you the result that you want. So we'll be talking through all the common objections. For example, I'd list with you, yet I want to lower commission. What do you say? And how do you know what you say is going to be effective? Guys, we've done all the work for you. Again, we've split tested it, and we're sharing with you the proven best practices. You'll also be held accountable to 100 contacts per week. And no matter which way you look at this, the real estate sales game, it boils down to a contact sport. The more people you contact, the more business you're going to do. See, people who achieve extraordinary success in real estate sales, they've increased their success by increasing their failure quotient. So we also leverage group dynamics at the highest level possible throughout SOAR. See, in SOAR, you're going to be placed on a team during sessions 2, 3, and 4. So first, you're accountable to yourself. Then you're accountable to your teammates. You'll elect a team captain, so you'll be accountable to the team captain, and ultimately accountable to your SOAR success coach. We'll also have some transparency associated with your numbers in SOAR. Now, we'll have tracking posters up on the wall. You'll be turning in your numbers week after week to your team, as well as your SOAR success coach. And because of that transparency, we're going to leverage our need to look good and be right. You're going to find yourself taking more appropriate and aggressive action. Also, we're going to get into this NLP training. So NLP, again, stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So we're going to talk through things like embedded commands, tie downs, adverb, temporal, automatic and awareness, presupposition language patterns, cause and effect language, and pacing and leading strategies. Gang, the politicians use these tactics to literally bend the senses. If you've ever wanted to become a more influential person, this is the path to do it. So each session, we're going to break this down. You're going to learn 2 language patterns every week. You're going to be writing sentences every week. And the next thing you know, these patterns will just begin showing up in your sales vernacular. We're also going to track your numbers in bold. You're going to track how many hours you invest in lead generation, the number of contacts you make every single day, how many new listing appointments and new listing contracts you're getting, how many new buyer appointments and how many buyer agency contracts, and finally, how many under contract, in escrow, or pending contracts you're getting in the SOAR experience. Now, our intention is that you get a minimum of 8 buyer agency, listing contracts, and under contract minimum. That is the standard that the SOAR coaches are held accountable to. So at the core of this program is habit formation. So F.M. Alexander said, people do not decide their future, they decide their habits. And their habits decide their future. Now let's have an honest moment here real quick. Most people, they're going to form habits subconsciously. And by the time we're 20 years old, our mind has had so many exposures, we're on autopilot. So something happens, we react a certain way, and we get a certain result. So the next time that something happens, we react exactly the same way, and we get exactly the same result. And now we brought that reaction to the point of automaticity. Now, in order to get to better, we must get to different. As you know, Albert Einstein said, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different or better result, well, it's a definition of insanity. So guys, I'm going to encourage you to engage in SOAR. We're launching our Dallas program on this coming Tuesday, the 20th of February, and we're launching all over the country. If you're interested in bringing SOAR to your neck of the woods, well, I'm going to share with you a simple email address that you can drop us an email. Let us know of your intent to engage in the SOAR program, and then we'll start marketing in your area to get agents showing up. Okay, next point. I want to get to this model toward mastery. So at the core of this pyramid, well, it's foundation. And the foundation, it's all about you, your knowledge, your mindset, your skills and habits. And then concentration. Well, this is when we're concentrating on our 20% activities: lead generate, lead follow-up, go on appointments, negotiating contracts, and practicing our skill. Now, those that have tenacity, they're going to break through into momentum. Now, momentum is a really fun place to be. This is where it feels like everything is firing on all cylinders. Now, it's a fun place to be. It's also a terrifying place to be, because those that break through to momentum, oftentimes what they'll do is they'll start hand-holding the clients. They'll start getting down in the weeds, doing the transaction management all by themselves. And as a direct result, they stop lead generating. They stop their lead follow-up. They stop the concentration phase in their business. And unfortunately, they springboard from concentration into momentum. Then they fall backward, down into concentration, back to momentum. It becomes a very cyclical business, and it's a short road to burnout. So they'll have a terrible month in January, but because of that terrible month, they're going to lead generate like crazy. And they'll get some pending contracts for February. Yet throughout February, they start babysitting the transactions. And yes, February is an okay month. However, because they were babysitting the transactions, March, well, it's terrible. And then April's good. And then May is terrible. And then June is great, right? Rather, guys, we're going to share with you the proven systems, models, tools to make certain that you're consistently concentrating in your business. And then from momentum, our goal is to get you to the point of leverage. Now, leverage comes in 4 basic categories. The first is leverage through technology. We've partnered with Chime CRM. We've given them all of our follow-up systems. They've already written that into their platform and program, and you'll be able to very easily deploy that proven best practice methodology. Second area of leverage would be leverage through models. So we'll be investigating and plussing your current lead generation models, your lead follow-up models, your economic models, your marketing models. Third would be through systems. Now, system, well, it's a standardized process that produces a consistent and predictable result. So, question for you, is your sales process systemized? Do you do it the same way each and every time, producing that consistent and predictable result? Or do you show up to a listing appointment or buyer appointment and just wing it? Guys, we'll systemize your selling process, modified only for the natural behavioral tendencies of your prospect. Now, the final area of leverage would be leverage through people. So those that have achieved extraordinary success have figured that out. We've learned from them. I figured it out myself, and we're going to transfer that knowledge directly to you throughout SOAR. You'll model technology, models, systems, and people to step through the 3 phases of business development quite effectively. That first phase is the I do it phase. And that might be you. You're the single agent doing everything by yourself. SOAR is right for you. You may be in the we do it phase where you found some success, you've found some leverage, and you've hired some people and you've engaged technology, models, and systems. We're going to help you plus all of that. So SOAR is right for you. And will ultimately get you to the they do it phase where you're truly a business owner and you've leveraged technology, models, systems, and people to consistently make a great living in this industry. What I'm talking about here is lasting change. See, a seminar, it may facilitate change, yet I'll promise you it's not lasting change. So engage in our seminar called SOAR. So the key learning points when you do make that decision, the first is you're going to get the proven best practices around for sale by owner, withdrawn, expired, and circle prospecting lead generation. You get lead conversion and follow-up strategies that are proven to be effective. You'll get the best in the industry scripts and objection handlers. Guys, these are second to none. You'll get pre-qualifying strategies, not only for buyer prospects, yet for seller prospects as well. See, nothing pulls away from your motivation, mindset, and energy than going on unqualified appointments. You'll get long-term nurturing strategies and our touch campaigns that we leverage to improve results. You'll develop customers for life with a wow type experience. We're going to share with you ideas that are completely outside the box, yet they inspire referrals. Next point is marketing, really to position you as the real estate agent of choice. In fact, everybody in your database, when they think real estate, they should think of you. We'll make sure of that in SOAR. We've engaged with Jay Izzo, the author of Got Social Mediology, who's a partner on a team on the East Coast that's closing over 450 transactions per year, and most of it is due to their social media success. So Jay is a world-renowned speaker. He's on the New York Times bestseller list, and he has assisted Icon with the development of the SOAR social media marketing curriculum. You'll learn financial management. We've partnered with a company called RE Profit that will help you organize your books, and you'll have a moment-to-moment P&L within your organization. And we're going to provide that for you throughout the SOAR experience to get your books in line. I believe it's important and incumbent on all of us to be good stewards of the money that we make, to make certain that when it comes to April 15th, we've got the money to pay the IRS. It'll also help you calculate your return on investment, whether it's the investment in the SOAR program or an investment in any ad spend through like Zillow or Realtor.com or Trulia. Finally, we'll get into some affirmations that will have a massive impact on your mindset and confidence. We'll get into time and self-management. So I think self-management is more appropriate than time management. See, I just looked at my watch and no matter how hard I focus or concentrate, I can't get that second hand to slow down or speed up. And I definitely can't get it to pause. So we've got to learn how to manage ourselves within the 1,440 minutes that are gifted to us every single day. We'll get into goal setting, or dare I say, expectations setting, as well as business planning. So you'll have clarity knowing what to do, when to do it, how to do it to improve your production and profit. So we've got some April locations coming up for the SOAR program. We're going to be in Orlando, Dallas, Austin, Philadelphia, Raleigh, Minneapolis, Washington, Baltimore. And if you don't see your city on the list, here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Send me an email at grow@iconcoachingrE.com. Based on your interest, based on your engagement, we can rally the troops rather quickly, and we could possibly be there end of April, early May to present the SOAR program to each and every one of you. You can also check out our registration page. Just go to seminot.com. And I'll open up the chat window. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Go ahead right now. All right, gang. Well, I don't see any questions piling in. You can go ahead and raise your hand by clicking on the toolbar there. All right.
Hold on. I'm on you. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Okay, and I'm not seeing any questions piling in, gang. So thank you for your investment of time. Thanks for checking out the SOAR program. We will be in a city near you. Again, drop me an email at grow@iconcoachingrE.com if you have any questions or if you're interested in bringing the program directly to your city. I look forward to hearing from you very, very soon. Have an outstanding day. Talk soon.
All right, that's the end of it.